Hi everyone, my full name is Đỗ Thu Hường. I am leader of Group 6. My group consists of 6 members: Nguyễn Ngọc Minh, Nguyễn Thị Phương Anh, Nguyễn Thị Chuyên, Trịnh Thị Nhung, Phan Thu Minh Nguyệt, and me. Today we feel so delighted that we can offer plenty of reason to visit a beautiful city in Vietnam. It is Hanoi, a capital in Vietnam. So let's find out with us.
Hanoi is the name of Vietnam, is the capital, the political, economic, cultural, scientific center, and an important transport hub of the country. It is one of the two tourist centers in Vietnam. The capital is located in the center of the now, connecting traffic from Hanoi to other provinces of Vietnam relatively conveniently. It is also the center for receiving and distributing tourists to the tourist area in now and other regions in the Vietnam state territory as well as the other country in the region. I will show you climate of Hanoi. The climate of Hanoi is typical of the northern climate type with the characteristic of the tropical monsoon climate that is humid, hot and rainy in summer, cold and less rainy in winter. Each season in Hanoi has its own characteristic. In the spring, visit the wind helps the opportunity to admire the many blooming flowers, young birds subting on the branches, especially getting pictures. Summer is the ideal time go to on vacation. Organize picnic trips in the suburbs of Hanoi. Enjoy the fresh and cool air blowing up from the neck, or relax in the view of the beautiful nature landscape, especially in summers of flowers. Referring to Hanoi's phones, you will immediately think of the scent of milk flowers, nature's flower, white and green, friendly bloom all over the trees of Hanoi, or can look like the leaves of new nuggets, friends with the characteristic flavors of young rice in every street corners. On the streets, birds. The weather in Hanoi to fall is probably the time when Hanoi tourism is in full swing. Most tourists traveling with trip pride love autumn in Hanoi. Winter in Hanoi from November to January, the coolest time of the year. This is also the time when Hanoi wears the quietest shirts. Hanoi's sky is white to clear the forest passersby.
Okay, now I'm gonna move on next part. Its history, religions, and belief in Hanoi. According to the World Historical Document researching the history of the capital of Phnom Penh, Cambodia, Bangkok, Thailand, and Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, etc. Among the above capital, Hanoi is the oldest capital. Firstly, I want to indicate the history about the name. In 1010, Lý Thái Tổ, the first king of Lý dynasty, decided to move capital from Hoa Lư to Đại La. When the king's boat had just landed on the Red River, a golden dragon appeared and saw a good omen. King Lý changed the name Đại La to Thăng Long. That means a dragon flew up. When Tây Sơn and the Yuan dynasty came to power, the capital was moved to Huế and started bearing the name Hanoi under the reign of Imperial Ming in 1831. Geneva Conference recognized territorial sovereignty of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam from line 17 to Uncle Home. The country was unified by the victory of the historic Ho Chi Minh City campaign on April 30 in 1975. The Sixth National Assembly meeting on April 25 in 1976 chose Hanoi as the capital of the Socialist Republic Vietnam. So I bet you have heard a lot about Hanoi 36 district. So why it become common like that? Referring to history of Hanoi 36 districts or old streets of Hanoi. Perhaps it must go back to the time of the Chen Dynasty, when this residential area began to take shape. Not only that, the urban area did also focus on many handicraft activity, trading in order to form the name Han. The term refers to typical craft strip bearing both tradition. Currently, a number of streets still retain traditional products such as hàng mã, hàng tre, hàng thiếc. In addition, some streets do not keep the traditional profession, but also focus on selling one-time goods such as hàng quà street selling worship, hàng bồm selling confectionery, and Mã Mây Street specializing in tourism service. Now I'm going to go on with religion and belief in Hanoi. Since ancient time, religion and belief have been a very important part of the spiritual life of the Vietnamese people in general and the Hanoian in particular. It can be said that Thăng Long, Hanoi is almost considered the origins of Buddhism in the countries. Since the late dynasty, Confucianism was particularly popular with the people, typically in Hanoi. Hanoi Catholicism is among the oldest places in the ancient North, where Father Duc Lo arrived as soon as he moved from Quebec in 1672 to Thăng Long and so to the first seat of the Catholic Community Cabinet. Since 1954, Hanoi Protestant had become the most representative community of the Vietnamese Protestant Church, and until now the position is still the same. And the last one is Islam in Hanoi. It is a really very small community, but it is still a typical community of this religion in the north of Vietnam. So you can find some religious place in Hanoi. For instance, is One Pillar Pagoda and or the big church.
Hi, my name is Ming, and I'm going to share with you guys about the lifestyle and characteristic of Hanoi people. As you know, Vietnam is in general, and Hanoi in particular nowadays has undergone the influences of different social standards and values of Confucianism, communism, and some major religions, and also experienced a tremendous social strain in recent years. Despite the fact that Hanoi people are still poor like they used to, but they become more and more outgoing, more subtle than before. They are positive to the integration as well as the overseas friends. The lifestyle of Hanoian is a cultural beauty and reflected in every word of each person. Hanoi is a city with a long history, also the capital, the center of economy, politics, culture of Vietnam. Therefore, Hanoians always have an awareness of an elegant lifestyle worthy of the role and its position. Firstly, Hanoian attaches great importance to communication. Featured in communication culture of Hanoian is a tactful communication attitudes. They show the respect to the partner and in each gesture. In the communication process, Hanoi always has the observation and evaluation of the partner's attitudes and choose the most appropriate word and attitudes for the communication. Hanoi is polite, subtle in behaving, communicating, handle relationship in soft, flexible, but highly effective. Secondly, lifestyle of Hanoian is showed in the casual lifestyle, community solidarity. Culture of Hanoi, also the cultural feature of Vietnamese people, is a casual lifestyle and community solidarity. Vietnamese people live in village communities. In the past, they united to work together and against aggressors. Village became an indispensable part of their life. This idea has existed and closed with them until now. Also, thanks to the lifestyle helped Vietnam expel own invaders, whether strong or weak, to protect peace in the country. Thirdly, another beauty in lifestyle of Hanoian is compassion, tolerance, and love peace. Compassion of the Hanoian has the deep roots of the life, activities, and the long struggle process of the nation. Vietnam is a country has to spend more than half the time of its history to deal with the wars. They saw their families, relatives, and countrymen received the pains from the wars. Therefore, they always want to help and protect the misfortunate people. And lastly, an indispensable part of elegant lifestyle of Hanoi is costume. Costume is a very important part of Vietnamese in general and Hanoi in particular. Costume of whether male or female, adult or children, are very cautious and discreet. Hanoi choose the clothes suitable with their social status and job. Áo dài is one of the typical attire of Hanoian. The women always have the áo dài in their closet. Áo dài is very discreet but also evoking the beauties of a charming woman. Thank you for listening.
Hanoi is known as the cultural and political center of the country and is home to countless beautiful landscapes, with its own characteristics that attract tourists to visit. Here, let me lead you to the most famous landmarks not to be missed when visiting to Hanoi capital. First, linger for the moment to take turns passing through the historical site of Hanoi, a place that marks up and down and the maturity of the country through the course of the past. The first in the list of historical sites that cannot be ignored when traveling to Hanoi is Hoàn Kiếm Lake, the heart of the capital. The second is Baring Square, where the President Ho Chi Minh read a declaration of independence and Angkor Mausoleum. The internal resting place of the rest middle of the nation is covered in the rain garden of four seasons. The third is Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám, the first university in Vietnam. Not only is known as the land of 1,000 years of civilization, but Hanoi is also famous for its to the modern architecture along with solid architectural works, still standing up to date. Nowadays, One Pillar Pagoda, a cultural symbol of Vietnam, along Bien Bridge, a witness to the history of Hanoi. In addition, Hanoi is also known as Hà Thành Playland, with attractive entertainment areas. Royal City with unique approach style architecture, creating an overwhelming and extremely interesting scene. As a complex of shopping center in addition of shopping, you can participate in games to skill village. Besides entertainment and shopping area, Wimbledon City Aquarium attracts visitors by its beautiful scenery with the largest and modern aquarium in Vietnam. Bát Tràng Bacteria village has history dating back to the late dynasty. This is the oldest famous bacteria village in Vietnam, as well as a place that domestic foreign tourists cannot help but visit one. Apple are some of the most famous landmarks one on Hanoi that many tourists choose to visit when traveling to the capital. Besides, there are still many other attractive tourist attractions in Hanoi waiting for you.
Hanoi has undoubtedly one of the most diverse and unique cuisines in Asia and the world, with its colorful flavors of sweet, sour, spicy, and crunchy textures of fresh herbs that dive down the strong flavors. Here are some dishes you must try as a tourist in Hanoi. 1. Phở bò. The classic Vietnamese signature dish is probably one of the best foods in Hanoi has to offer. This dish consists of aromatic soup filled with slices of beef, rice noodle, and plate full of fresh herbs. One of the best places to eat for Hanoi is Phở Gia Truyền. Be sure to get there early, as there is usually a long line. 2. Bún chả. Bún chả was the dish that President Obama fell in love with when he first came to Hanoi. So as this is one of the most flavorful and outstanding dishes of Vietnamese cuisines, bún chả is served with a grilled fatty pork over a plate of white rice noodles and herbs with a side of dipping sauce. 3. Bún riêu cua. Hanoi freshwater crab flavor is tangy tomato that made with raw rice, vermicelli, and topped with breaded crab meat, deep fried tofu, and congealed fat. Chilies and fresh sauce are finishing touches or for a complete one-dish meal. 4. Chả cá. There is an entire street in Hanoi dedicated to a special dish. This is chả cá Lã Vọng, one of the oldest eateries in Hanoi, and the first to set up shop on Chả Cá Street. Over the century ago, Hanoi's most famous chả cá dates back more than 130 years. 5. Xôi xéo. Xôi xéo or sticky sticks rice usually comes with staples toppings of green mung beans, wheat, soy sauce, and fried shallots. But you can offer a variety of such pate, boiled chicken, chả lụa, medicated pork belly, or preserved eggs for more meal. 6. Cốm. Mentioned to Hanoi autumn is mentioned to taste of nuggets. This sweet rustic snack has been accompanied by the years of Chang'an people, so that everyone who is away from countryside when remembering about cốm will be anxious to remember their receipts, and visitors will have tasted ones will never forget this flavor.
Hi everyone, I'm Chuen, and an indispensable important part of a trip is the place to rest. In Hanoi, we have a lot of options to resort with a variety of services and prices. The first one is hotel from 4 to 5 stars. The 4 to 5 stars hotel has a location that ensures convenient traffic, easy to moving or sightseeing of visitors. Along with that, the surrounding environment is always clean, fresh, beautiful, near a famous tourist area. where there are beautiful landscapes or close to entertainment spots, tourists can relax after a stressful and tiring day. Architecture's beautiful construction, high quality construction materials, reasonable designs, and beautiful interior and exterior. The size of a five-star hotel has more rooms and showrooms are longer. With 5 stars, there is an extremely large special room that can meet the diverse needs of visitors. Corresponding to the quality is the price. The price for these hotels are quite high, from 2 million Vietnam dong for one night. Some of the best 4 to 5 stars hotels that are highly rated in Hanoi, such as Hanoi Paradise Central Hotel and Spa, 3W Marriott Hotel Hanoi, Hanoi La Siesta Hotel and Spa, and Lotte Hotel Hanoi. The second option you can refer to is hotel from 1 to 3 stars. The best advantage that 1 to 3 stars hotel offer is that they are a lot cheaper than 4 to 5 star hotels. If you don't have a high requirement for that, this is a relatively good choice. They are in fact beneficial for any individual who cannot afford a higher price accommodations. The 1 to 3 star hotel has a fewer amenities. It's enough to actually aid you to get a much longer stay. There are for 3-star hotel architectures, design standards, good building materials, and full facilities. The minimum number for 1-star hotel is 10, 2-star hotel is 20, and 50 for 3-star hotels. The price for one person per night is about 500,000 Vietnam dong. Some 1 to 3-star hotels can be considered such as Harriet Legend Hotels, Hanoi Grateful Hotel, Bình Anh Hotel, 825 Hotel, etc. And the last suggestion for you is homestay. If you want a cozy and close space, homestay is a good choice when visiting Hanoi. The homestays are quite warmly and nicely decorated. You can cook it yourself or order it to be served there. In addition, the cheap price is a feature as attracts many tourists to tours. Prices are also varied, depending on the amenities of each type, ranging from 300,000 to 800,000 Vietnam dong per person per night. Some popular homestays in Hanoi, such as Fresh Homestay, Túc Xảo Homestay, Hanoi Papaya Homestay, Legon Homestay, etc. In short, it is easy for you to choose a suitable place to rest for you in Hanoi. The variety of quality and price will make you satisfied.